A week ago, my pulsing Xenia shriveled up, and my ammonia levels just kept rising even though my tank is several months old, and I couldn't figure out why Mr. and Mrs. Moo Moo were getting poisoned. I bought Hannah's most advanced test kit thinking it was an API test error, and after every water change, the ammonia levels seemed to go up after instead of down. I thought it might be because the tank lid has a ton of holes and that the cat litter box combined with the increased gas exchange was poisoning my tank, and I even bought the best air purifier for removing ammonia from the air, but the reason ended up being extremely simple. I tested my salt and RO water, and it came back with a reading of 1.45 parts per million ammonia and 18 parts per million total dissolved solids, which is the highest I have ever seen, and that's when I realized what the issue was. The filters on my RO unit are supposed to last 6 months, but the tap water where I'm at is so hard that it wore down the filters in just 2 months. The DI part is supposed to be blue and replaced when it starts to turn brown. Mine is a dark brown and hasn't been purifying the water I've been topping Mr. and Mrs. Moo Moo's tank off with. I used to change them every 3 months, but I just moved and I didn't realize how bad the tap water was. Luckily, Mr. and Mrs. Moo Moo aren't being poisoned, as the test kit measures NH3 or ammonia and NH4 or ammonium, all as ammonia, and NH4 is not toxic to fish and the result of chloramines breaking down through the RO filter. The Xenia likely shriveled up because of the small traces of chlorine or copper that weren't being removed by the DI part of the unit, and Xenia is kind of known as the canary in the coal mine for water parameters. I replaced every part of the RO unit, including the RO membrane that says it has a 2-year life, but given how terrible the water is here, I'm just going to replace the entire unit every month. Every forum post I read and person I talked to told me to dose more bacteria and that my cycle is stuck, and no post regarding a healthy long-term tank with high ammonia readings even considered that the RO filter might be causing it. I did a 50% water change and dripped in the new water to not shock anything. The new water tested at 0 total dissolved solids, so I'm confident the Xenia will recover. I honestly should have just looked at the filter closer and this could have all been avoided, and it's crazy to see how an issue that seems so complicated can actually have a very simple solution.